there was a question submitted to us before we get into the body of the shir. It was talking about Chol Yisrael. Am I correct? What's a Bal Nefesh? Okay. What does Chol Yisrael have to do with it? The question was uh, spiritual damage from not eating kosher food, or what is a Bal Nefesh, and what does that have to do with Chol Yisrael? So first of all, the idea of spiritual damage is a mystical idea, a Kabbalistic idea. Let's say in the rationalist way of thinking things, the Rambam's way of thinking things, there's no such thing as spiritual damage from eating non-kosher food. It's what God wants of us, and the spiritual damage is the fact that if someone did this willingly, then it shows that he is rebelling against God. That's already the spiritual damage. And if he did it unwittingly, he is bishogeg, so no harm has been done, but he has to go through this process of bringing the chatas, if anything, or just the lashes. Lashes only if he's done it on purpose. But the point is, there's no actual harm done. Kal v'chomer, if he didn't even know if it happened, it was someone tricked him into eating something. But others say yes. There's these ideas. They talk about Tumtum Halev and all that. I don't know about these things, so I'll leave it at that. It exists there. Baal Nefesh is someone who wants to be strict on himself. Okay. So when you have, let's say, Rabbi Moshe Feinstein used the term in saying that Baal Nefesh can be machmir. Someone who wants to be machmir can be machmir, even though he has uh, argued for a leniency in practice. It's because sometimes out of modesty, you would say, I've now come up with what seems to be a heter, and heters takes a lot of shoulders, wide shoulders, to permit to Am Yisrael something which might be forbidden. So it's out of an abundance of caution and humility, some would say such thing. Or it's because someone might not be confident in the heter, because even if it were logical, it is not explicit in the Talmud. So that's, for example, why it is used there. But in Achinami, if you have an explicit statement of the sages that allows something, and someone just wants to be machmir for whatever reason, Gomer l'shem, no, l'shem chumra, that means nothing. That means you have, like they said, ein am aretz chassid. If you're an am aretz, you can't be pious. You first have to understand what piety is all about. You have to know what's worth being machmir for, and what's just that. And you can only attain that through diligent study of the text and understanding how halacha works. As for Chol Yisrael, so there are people who are makpid for it still. There's a good reason, but the reason's explicit in the Talmud, and that's why over the ages exceptions have been offered to this rule, because it is clear that that the milk is as the sages wanted, and it will not lead to the problems that they wanted people to avoid.